Make the arms heavy.
But if you say this gives me a better sense of relaxation, it will decrease it. So just sense it, don't say anything. Okay? The sensation in a lot of poses like that, like Viparita Karani particularly, Shavasana for sure, is that the skin feels like it is going from the middle of the forehead to the side and from the top of the forehead down towards the cheekbones. So with your own hands you can do that. Put your hands on the forehead, both hands. Use your fingers with this sense of touch to first gently and then slowly more and more pull the skin out towards the side and also drop the skin towards the cheekbones. It gives a better sense of relaxation because the brain begins to interfere less and less. But if you say this gives me a better sense of relaxation, it will decrease it. So just sense it, don't say anything. Okay? So you will place the block an inch or two away from the wall. The sense you want to have in the karani is that your sit bone is dropping between the wall and the block towards the floor.
Sit off the mat and lie down as close to, you can always push away from the wall. Once you're in the position, you can't push towards the wall unless somebody pushes you. Okay? So sit close to the wall, lie down, bring your shoulders in the middle of the mat. Now, to walk your feet up, lift the pelvis up. Okay? Now put the blocks under you.
If you are using the bolsters, the same thing applies. Keep the bolster a little away from the wall. Lower the pelvis on it and stretch the leg down. We begin like this.
Today, what I'd like you to do in light of what we just explained, with your hands, close your eyes, with your hands, put the hands on the forehead as you did when you're sitting up. Attempt to take the skin away from the center and also try to take the skin towards the floor. Okay? A lot of pressure is not necessary. Certain heaviness is necessary, just enough to give you a better sense. Now, if you have a particular headache or anything like that, then you can use more or less pressure. Change the pressure, change the way you are touching. In India, what Mr. Iyengar does is give me one more block or two more blocks. Put the blocks here. Okay, on top of each other. The way this is done is the height of the block should be more than the height of the forehead. Okay? So I will turn this block sideways. Okay? That is about the height of her head. On here, my teacher, Mr. Iyengar, would put 50-pound weight, not slow, little. There is a bandage over the head, and then there is a heavy weight put like that. So instead of weight, we'll use one more block maybe. Huh? Yeah. You want, I want weight? We have weight? Okay, give me the weight. I don't want the weight to fall on her. I don't know why, but I don't want it to fall on her. So I'm going to use 2 blocks here. Yeah, and put that cloth first on her forehead, please. Thank you. Yeah. Now the way the weight is put, carefully, I stand symmetrically. Don't put the weight like this on her, unless you don't like her. Okay? Stand symmetrically. Make yourself very stable. put the weight on the head this way, slowly pushing the weight towards the wall. Every time I did this in the class, Mr. Anga's class, helping in a therapeutic class, he came and changed it slightly because he could see on the face that there is tension one side or the other, and he would accordingly move the weight very little one side or the other. And the student always said, that feels better. And it hurt my ego. It hurt my ego until one day I was in the pose. Mr. Angar came and first somebody else adjusted the weight. He came and changed it slightly, and it was like, the heavens opened up, like just slight adjustment like that. So it's a very intricate art. First, I have to be able to look at where the tension is and then change things accordingly. To yourself, you can do that, move the weight one way, little other way, see the difference it makes. Now, in the pelvis, I said, make the pelvis heavy. And what else did I say? You remember? Make the arms heavy. The question is, do we place the arms like this or differently? You can begin with the arms in this position. Make them heavy first. No, like this way. Lift up. Yeah. Make the arms, upper arms heavy. Then, if you lower the arms casually, the upper arm will feel less heavy. Okay. So keep the arm heavy. Lift the armpit chest up. Not only up, but lift it towards the chin also. Now very carefully lower the arm so that the heaviness under the upper arm does not decrease. Okay? And it's very fine, refined movement. So if you casually do it, you're not going to get anywhere. Okay? Now staying in the position, if all of us go away and she's here by herself, one thing that she would want to do is what? Take this atmosphere. What else would she want? She would want the lights turned off. As dark as possible. And then let the darkness increase, let the heaviness increase. Yes? What about weight on the feet? Excellent idea. If I'm helping her, I would put a chair here. I'll climb up on the chair and I would sit here. Or I put a weight here. But remember, this weight should not fall. If it falls, it'll damage the floor, which is bad enough. But if it falls on her, it could hurt. So if there is a weight on you, somebody has put a weight and they're not being very attentive, to remove the weight, carefully bend the knee, make sure the weight does not drop. Remove this weight, please. Yes, also symmetrically. Try not to drag her forehead away from the wall. Correct. Now, what also we did last time was, I said, if she's not close enough to the wall, the way I would adjust her is, keep your arms like that out of my way. Okay. I go close to her. Move your arm slightly up. So I can get her feet over my shoulders. Okay. And I lift her up. And with my knees, I push her towards the wall more. That was the adjustment we made.
Okay.
Andrea, you look enlightened here. You try to take your blocks little away from the wall. And have a sense that your sit bones are dropping down towards the floor.